Good evening. I'm Assistant Chief Chandra Hatcher with the Houston Police Department. And tonight I'm going to give you an update on a scene out here in Northeast Houston. At approximately 6 p.m. or a little bit thereafter, our officers received a call about a major accident that occurred on Waxahachie Street at Boyles, 7000 Waxahachie at 500 Boyle Street. Officers arrived and received information that there was a white SUV that was driving at a high rate of speed going eastbound on Waxahachie. The vehicle hit a power pole and proceeded through the stop sign at the intersection, at which point that white SUV made contact with a black four-door vehicle that was going northbound on Boyle Street. There was a 90-degree impact in the intersection. Both vehicles stopped fairly close to where the impact occurred, and our officers determined there were two adult individuals in the black vehicle as well as a juvenile child. The male driver in that black vehicle is deceased, as well as the female passenger is also deceased at the scene. The young juvenile male has been transported to a hospital in the area. He is in stable condition, no visible injuries, but he was transported as precautionary measures. Our suspect, who was driving the white SUV, is believed to be impaired. He is being detained at the time, and there is an investigation into a possible DWI investigation. He was also transported to an area hospital and basically in stable condition, no visible injuries, but he is complaining of some physical pain as well as just some other health conditions at this time. Our Vehicular Crimes Division is on the scene. Our reconstruction unit is taking measurements. And at this point in time, we ask that the community pray for the family members of the deceased, as well as the juvenile child who was out here when this incident occurred. At this point in time, I will take any questions that you may have.
Any information on the suspect? Has prior criminal records, prior DUI?
Yes, the suspect is an adult male. He does not have any prior arrests at this time.
Had this driver been drinking or at a business drinking?
We don't know any of those details. We're still very early in the investigation. What we do believe is that he has been drinking. We don't know where, we don't know how many, but we are following up on that at this point.
Age for the victims by any chance?
The victims are adults. We do know at least one of the adults is approximately late 30s, early 40s. And that's all the information we have at this point.
Do we know anything about the relationship of the people, the juvenile, or those whose parents in the vehicle, maybe?
We believe that there is a familial relationship.
The age of the child, is the child had a car seat or was it old enough to sit by him or herself?
Yes, and a fairly older child, enough to sit in a seat by himself and to provide some information about what occurred.
So he was able to assist you in information of what took place?
Yes.
Can you speak to just how tragic this is that, a boy in hospital, was it his parents?
Potentially. So again, at this point, we are still investigating to determine exactly what occurred in the relationship between the adults and the child. But it would make sense to believe that potentially they are the child's parents. And again, the child was in the vehicle with the adults, so a very traumatic, sad case out here. And I do want to remind the public that there's all kinds of ride shares that are available for anyone who may be an adult and want to partake and engage in adult beverages. Please drink responsibly and take the appropriate precautions so that this incident is not repeated and that we are not traumatizing our kids in the community, as well as other family members who will have to pick up the pieces on this scene.
Were there any alcohol beverages containers found within the vehicle that the suspect was driving?
At this point, we're unaware of that.
You said the child is at the hospital. Have you guys notified any of their family to be there with the child?
We're in the process of making those notifications now.
What message, if any, do you have to the community? I know you mentioned a little bit about the ride shares, but just overall, this is a neighborhood.
Again, you know, if anyone decides to drink, please do so responsibly, because whether you're on a freeway, a regular roadway, lives are impacted by the decisions that we make. And unfortunately, there's several people that are impacted, and this is a permanent situation that will change the lives of those involved forever.
The pole was also hit down the street from here. How many homes were
Correct.
impacted, if any?
We don't know how many homes were impacted, but there is a power outage in this area. So if anyone is in the area and does not have power at this time, that is potentially the reason. We have made notifications, and hopefully that will be resolved fairly quickly.
And then did the suspect and victim car end up hitting that home on the corner?
No, they did not. Any other questions?
Is the suspect vehicle registered and everything up to date on what you found based on what you saw in the car?
So at this point in time, we were focusing on the suspect. The vehicles are still here at the scene, so that all would be investigated and part of our investigation.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.